1, 10%, which is the people that you've enrolled. Generations 2 through 5, those next 4 generations of the business, you match all of those people's checks 5%. And you may not even know who Generation 5 is. They might be on the other side of the planet building a business in Hong Kong. You might never meet them. But whatever they're making, you're matching at 5%. Because without you, they wouldn't have ever existed. Because you were the seed, you planted the seed with somebody that led to there. Does that make sense? So you have a vested interest to go help all of those people make money. And you'll match more of it. And then in our company, we have a ranking system. As your business grows, as you start to build a larger organization, and everything's calculated by volume of sales in dollars. And it's obviously parallel through every currency out there. But everything in your business, all of US, all of Japan, all of every country, it's not like you have a new tree for each country. It's all pushed into one graphical tree, if you want to call it that. Everything that happens in your business is calculated on a total monthly basis. And from the beginning of our company, where you start out as a Pro 1, which is doing $1,000 a month in sales, all the way up to our elite ranks, Pro 7, 8, 9, and 10. These top 4 ranks in the company we call the elite ranks. They get to share in on what's called the elite bonus. And it is a sweet bonus to get, I will tell you that. Okay, you guys? Because what they do is they take 4% of global sales, right off the top line, 4% of everything the company created in revenue that month, every month, and they split it to the elite distributors. And when you understand how much money that is, you will sacrifice greatly to get to that rank. And the way you get there is not by signing up the whole town in your downline, looking for every customer that comes across you. You're looking for 5 or 10 really good people to go create the duplication with. Me and my business partner only signed up 25 people in this company. How did 25 people turn into over 100,000 people? Because of the system and the power of duplication. And it took 4 years. But I look at it and say, what could I have done in the last 4 years that could be paying me as much money as we're making now? And have the organization that we have, that we're overseeing and working with. Because to me, I wanted to make what I made in a year, I wanted to make that in a month. That was my goal. After I understood how to do it, and that it was a reality, that this was a vehicle to achieve that, and we just made no excuses. We went to work. We never missed an event. The company has monthly trainings that are right here in your backyard. We have quarterly trainings that are spread out around the country. Our next one's in July 18th and 19th in Denver. We've never missed an event, and we've highly, highly recommended to our people and our team that you don't ever miss an event either. Because we know what you learn there is invaluable. You can't expect to be a professional anything without training, right? I mean, you're not just going to wake up one morning and know what you need to know. You have to go get trained. You have to learn what you need to learn. So the training events install that into you. You get downloaded. You learn a ton. And a lot of you that have been to our events can attest to that. Ask them. Ask people in the room. Is going to those events worth it? And take their word for it, not mine. But all I can tell you is the people out of our business that went to those events at the very, very beginning of this and have continued to follow that suit with their teams, and their teams go to that event, those events, are the exact same people who are all elite distributors in our downline. You guys, we have people all over the place making great money with this, and most of them have never done this before. Most of them have never done network marketing ever before in their life. This is their first rodeo, and they're hitting elite ranks in a short amount of time. Year, 2 years, some of them. That's fast. That's fast to hit the kind of money you're making here. A Pro 7 business is doing $100,000 a month in sales. And the best way to calculate what you, the company will be producing income disclosure statements soon, once they get all the data put together and they decide to release that. But the way to understand about what you'll be making in commissions is whatever is required monthly for you to be hitting that rank is about what you'll be making a year. More or less. But that's a pretty good average. So Pro 8s are $200,000 a month, Pro 9s are $500,000 a month, and Pro 10s are $1 million a month plus. Okay? So our Pro 10s are making pretty good money, right? Pro 9, all the elite ranks are making pretty good money. But this is not impossible. The opportunity to get to these ranks will never be easier and more realistic than they are right now. Because you get to be first right now. You get to do a little bit of work, put yourself out there, follow the system, plug into what we're doing, take advantage of the upline and the people that are here offering their time to you. Because there might be a time they check out and retire, and you're going to have to figure it out with somebody else or on your own or whatever. So for me, I feel married to this company. I feel a duty and an obligation and a responsibility to see this company through to the pinnacle of its success where we know it's going. And after talking with Doug Robinson and the rest of the executive team and our managers there, their vision of where they're taking this company corporately is much bigger than just $1 billion. Okay, you guys, I'm just telling you, when you understand how big of an epidemic is out there regarding the diseases and the processes that are leading up to those diseases, and how big of a solution Protandim is right now, these drugs that Dr. Belushi was talking about and the other things that are in the pipeline that are coming is just going to reinforce everything we're already talking about. And it's going to drive a demand that you can't even imagine for what we have here. You won't be able to wrap your mind around it. If I told you how big this thing could become, you'd say, oh, yes, can't get that big. We're talking Amway big. Amway's doing $12 billion a year. Okay? And they're a private little company out of Michigan. Right? They're not even public. And they've been around a long time. They got a lot of time under their belt, and they're in 70 different countries. But they didn't do it with Protandim. They didn't have what we have here. And if you guys can ever have a chance to be a part of something as awesome as this, and as early as it is, don't miss it. Don't sit around and wait for your friends to prove it to you that you can make some money and live vicariously through them because you're scared of failing in network marketing. Whether you say you can or you can't, you're 100% right. That's one thing I've seen. This business is 90% mental and 10% effort. It really is. Learning how to work with people and understand how to relate to people and ultimately learn how to communicate and educate people. That's all we're doing. Find a way to communicate that sinks between the ears with the person you're talking to. And sales is nothing more than a transfer of belief. When you can effectively transfer the belief that you have in a product to another person, they will be a part of that product. If you can successfully transfer the belief that you have about a business, they will be a part of that business because they will believe in it at the same level you believe in it. So transferring that belief is easier said than done, I promise you. That's the challenging part, is getting through people's reservations and their opinions, and oftentimes their ignorance. They just don't know what they don't know. They're holding network marketing in this umbrella of negativity because they either had a bad experience somewhere else, or maybe they didn't even have the experience. Somebody else that they knew had a bad experience in something else, and for that reason they're holding all of network marketing in this negative light. That's like going to a restaurant, getting cruddy service and having high prices and horrible food, and leaving that restaurant so mad that you say, restaurants are horrible, I'm never going out to eat again, ever. I'm never going to go trust another restaurant with my money to put food in front of me that I didn't like. I mean, it's kind of silly, right? Just because a restaurant treated you bad, or a car salesman treated you bad, or any agent of any service you've ever participated in, just because it went bad one place, doesn't mean the whole industry's bad, right? Network marketing, you guys, is the way of the future. Go do a little research on what Robert Kiyosaki says about it, or what Donald Trump, Warren Buffett. Think those guys know anything about making money and what is successful out there? They condone network marketing, and they have said, Robert Kiyosaki has said on his tapes or his CDs, that if he had to go make his millions all over again, it would not be in big corporate American and industrial real estate. It's too hard, it's too risky, it's so rare to actually make it happen there. He said if he had to make his millions all over again, he would do it in network marketing. Because of all the reasons I've already showed you. You can make awesome money with little to no overhead and be a part of a company that is doing it right. When you just understand how much money was put into the website that you get to have as a distributor, that's a multi-six-figure dollar website. I mean, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars to create a website just like that you get to just have and use as soon as you enroll. That's yours. You have a replicated website with communication abilities to your entire team. There's so many perks that I can't even get into tonight. I mean, just from the accounting and tax savings. Go talk to an accountant and ask them why it might be a good idea to own a distributorship in a network marketing company. Because if you don't own one, if you're not a distributor for anything, you should be just for your tax savings that you can have. You can write off thousands of dollars of personal expenses that are now business expenses and save thousands of dollars in taxes, just like that. Just by owning a business. There's tax laws written in your favor. Take advantage of it. But don't just get involved for that reason. I'm just saying those are one of the perks. Come after this for the big picture, you guys. And come join us and have fun with us. So, just as a little housekeeping before we wrap up. I know you guys have meetings going on this week, next week. Check Big Blue Calendar for some of that. Brandon Cunningham, Pro 9 out of Tampa, good friend of mine, is going to be coming up here to Orlando, I think the 28th? 29th to do a presentation. What I would do if I was you, and I'm not you, but if we're making $60,000 a month for a reason, so let me tell you what I would do, okay? I would do as much as I could do between now and the 29th to do as many one-on-ones and phone calls and house meetings just like this with your upline and your crossline and whoever you can get help with, to do as many small presentations with as many people as you can between now and the 29th, so you can get as many people, at least the seed planted in front of this information, so that they're inclined and interested to come hear from Brandon on the 29th. And maybe those people even enroll between now and then and bring their own guests, right? You can even get another generation of people in front of him, or you can just show up and hear from Brandon and be there by yourself, which would be great. You'll get a ton of knowledge out of it, but the people that you should have brought won't be there. So you got to go to work between now and then and take advantage of every minute of every day that you have available to get as many people as you can in front of that next big opportunity. Brandon's Pro 9, soon to be Pro 10 for a reason. Very successful businessman out of Tampa, and you will not be disappointed if you get as many people as you can in front of that, okay? And get ready, we got premier schools this weekend. Jacksonville and Tampa are the nearest premier schools to you guys. I'd love to see one in Orlando soon. We got to get 80 distributors to show up for training. The company will come in and sponsor a premier school right here. But we haven't even done that yet. That's how new it is here. So that's coming. We got to create that. You guys are going to create that. But in the meantime, get in your cars, take your people, go to Jacksonville or Tampa, whichever is your flavor there. And on Saturday, what is it, from like 9 to 1, I think is typically the time frame. They'll have an opportunity meeting to start the meeting, just like this, a shortened version of this, and then they'll get into about 3 hours of how to do this. Exactly, step by step by step, what it takes to build your business. Because tonight, we didn't get too much into that. We don't have time. We just got into what it is, not how to do it. So Premier Schools are this weekend, and then we got, as I said a minute ago, Elite Academy coming up July 18th, 19th, 20th, that weekend. And flights don't get cheaper the longer you wait. Hotels get booked. The price of the event, I think, is about $100 a ticket to get in. And it's your tuition. It's your investment into your education. You cannot afford to miss it, okay? Missing it and expecting this business to work is an oxymoron, in my opinion. Missing the training and expecting to become a successful business person in this company is putting the cart far in front of the horse. It does not work that way. So you got to be there, get registered, get your flights booked, have a yard sale, sell a kid, buy him back later, whatever you got to do. I've done it. Not really, but you can't afford to miss it. So thank you guys for your time. Meg and Kenny, thank you for hosting this, and I know your folks ain't here to clean up the mess, but we thank them, tell them thank you for us. And I thank you guys for your time, and we got to split back to Tampa, and I've got a conference call I'm going to jump on in 20 minutes. So.